Welcome. So after the recent poll that we did, I was asked to do more breakdown of poses, and I thought then that we would start at the basics. And going over the basics can benefit someone who's completely brand new to yoga, and also someone that's been practicing for a long time, because we get into little habits and we might pick up little adjustments that might help us progress in our practice. So I thought we'd start with down dog, downward facing dog. So it's the posture that we use all the time, one of the most commonly used postures in Hatha yoga. And it's actually known as a resting posture, the same as your child's pose or whatever. But at the beginning, it can feel quite challenging. So we're just going to have a look and see how we can make a few adjustments and make it a little easier for us. So we'll start off with, what do we need to think about? So fingers. Okay, we need to spread the fingers. Wrists, we need to make sure that there's not too much pressure on the wrists. Arms, placement of our arms. Shoulders, so not having our arms up close to our ears, but actually creating that space between the shoulders. And then our spine, core, and then the legs and feet. So we'll start off and we'll come into our down dog. So what I see a lot of the time is we're very used to having our fingers close together. And what you want to actually do, let's do it this way, is spread your fingers as wide as you can. And your arms are shoulder distance apart. So we're on our hands and knees. And we're taking our hands, so here's my hands underneath my shoulders, and then I'm going to take them one hand distance further away. I'm going to spread my fingers nice and wide. I'm going to grip with my fingertips, and I'm going to tuck my toes and lift up into my down dog. Okay, so notice the fingers. I'm spreading my fingers as wide as I can and gripping the mat with my fingertips. I'm sending the weight back, so let's go this way. So what I see a lot of is this, with more or less the wrists underneath the shoulders. What you want to do is push back to bring your abdomen more towards your thighs. Tailbone goes up towards the ceiling. You draw the navel in and up, and you bend the knees. What a lot of people get really transfixed on is bringing the heels to the floor. They want to bring the heels to the floor and they want straight legs. But straight away, heels to the floor, straight legs. I'm starting to round my shoulders. I've got my arms then really close to my ears. So especially in the beginning when you're first starting, bend your knees, send the weight back as much as you can. And then you have your ears in line with your arms. So not crunching the neck up like this, but ears in line with your arms. And you bend the knees as much as you need to get that length in the spine. I'm also pressing down and out with my hands so I've got that space between my shoulders. If your heels are up here, no problem. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that will come after time, or it may not come at all. Some people always have their heels slightly lifted, and that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about where the heels are. So, and everyone's downward facing dog will look slightly differently. Some people will have a little straighter in the legs. Some people maybe heels up, as I said. So what you want to worry about is how it feels. How does it feel in your spine? The most important thing is to get that length in the spine. So make those little adjustments so that you feel that length in your spine. we'll come to the knees. So that's your downward facing dog. Have a little play around with it. See about sending that weight back. Draw your navel in against the spine. Tailbone goes up towards the ceiling, and play around with bending the knees until you feel that length in your spine. Take care.